Aloha and welcome to Knitted Paradise, where the needles are clicking and the yarn is squishy. My name's Lucia and I'm your hostess, and you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Pearl of the Pacific. And let's get started. As you can probably hear in my voice, I'm a little sick. I'm just getting over a cold. I actually stayed home from work today. And I'm in a new location. One of my really good friends has let me record in his office, which has really awesome lighting so that the colors are much better. And yeah, and hopefully he's going to help me get on iTunes. Hopefully I'll be on iTunes soon. Sorry for that little interruption. New location means new challenges, so we're still trying to figure this out. Hopefully the coloring will be much better with this new camera. And yeah, let's get started. This is episode 11, and today is December 16th. Yes, I remember the date. This is good. And I wrote up these awesome show notes and then didn't email them to myself. So I'm kind of working off of last week's show notes so that I can keep things straight. I also have Ravelry open behind the webcam thingy. I don't know what to call it. Anyway, back to knitting. So let's start with On the Island, which is works in progress. And I only have one at the moment, and it is my stocking out of my Doctor Who bag. I got it Vogue Knitting that you saw in a previous episode. And this is it so far. Ta-da! It's a combination of two patterns, which I will link to and show you in a second. But I started doing the heel turn, and it's way too many stitches or rows tall. But I put a little Christmas tree in there, which I thought was really cute. So I'm in the process of ripping it out and putting it back. But that's what the front looks like. And then it transitions to the blue. And then I just put striping on the bottom. This is out of Knit Picks Brava Worsted, which is their acrylic base. And I put, oh, here they are. Sorry, shuffling of papers, but these are the two patterns that I'm kind of combining. So I got the Christmas tree from this one, obviously, and then the stripy foot from that one. And this one is Falling Snow Christmas Stocking by Jennifer Howell. These are both free on Ravelry, you can get them. And this is Knit Christmas Stocking by Allison Snowpeck Barta. So they're actually written both cuff down, and I am a toe up sock knitter, so I'm doing it toe up, which is making it a little challenging, but that's okay. But that's all I have right now that's currently being worked on. Everything else is resting. But yeah, so I've been working on that. Sorry for any coughing or sneezing that occurs. It's down to a minimum now, but there's still a little bit. Alright. I have one thing that set sail. That was my goal, to finish it. And it is the Tintern Abbey socks by Brenda Dayne, out of Canon hand dyes in the Dowager Countess color. And they are mostly just ribbed on the foot until you get to this like gothic arch pattern. So it'll focus. Maybe it'll focus. If I had my face, sometimes it focuses. There we go. So it's a really cool pattern. It is a pay-for pattern that you can get on Ravelry. But yeah, they're a really deep purple. It's really hard to get this color to show up right, but it's a really deep, rich purple, which is perfect for the person who's getting them. So, ta-da! I was actually working on the foot of them, and she was sitting next to me. I didn't want to work on like this part while she was sitting next to me. She's like, ooh, I like that color. And I was like, yes, I win. So there was actually the same color of the scarf she was wearing, which was kind of fun. So these are for my friend for Christmas, and they're done. So yay. They're actually still wet because I just washed them. But they are drying as I try to pick out all the cat hair. Oh well, for cat hair. Put those down here because they're wet. Alright. So that's the only thing that has set sail. On the horizon is the rest of my Christmas stocking, my husband's Christmas stocking, and some birthday socks for a friend of mine. Out of Dream and Color Smooshy in the Amethyst Ink colorway, which is purples and blacks. It's a lot darker than it's coming out. It's a lot more royal purple than it's showing up, but purples are hard on this camera, I've discovered. But it's the same skein, it's just connected. I wound a whole cake and then wound another half a cake, because I knit them 2 at a time so I can just pull from the middle of both, which makes it a lot easier. And then at the end, because I didn't cut it, I only have 1 whole piece of scrap instead of 2 pieces of scrap, which is nice, because then I don't have to like knot them or do 2 things if I want to knit something else out of it. So that's next. From the mainland, I know last week my video got cut off again, so I was going to show you the rest of my Knit Picks order. Not my Knit Picks order, I showed you that. Loopy U order. I got 1 skein of Canopy from the Fiber Company, and this is the Purple Passion colorway, and it's a very light blue with like a purple haze on top of it. It's really pretty, and it's really squishy, and it's totally my colors. This was my 1 impulse buy from that whole order. The other ones were kind of planned, or they have plans for them. This one I just wanted. They only had 1 skein. I probably would have bought a sweater's worth if I could, but hey, it was on sale. I was gonna say no to on sale yarn. Not me. And then I got 1 skein of Cascade 220 Goldenrod, very bright yellow. I think this is going to become cat toys or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. I did buy it for the cat though. And then I bought, oh, sorry, they're in a bag on the floor. I bought 4 skeins of Cascade Heritage, which is their sock yarn. Cascade, the sock yarn. And I bought these 3 to go in a sweater, the poly sweater. And these are steel, and this is the anise colorway. And so that's going to be a stripy sweater for me. I also bought this skein, which is, I forget what the colorway is. It's just a number on the back of here. 5653, I forget the color. So I may do that instead of this light blue. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how they go. But yes, I bought a few sweaters worth of yarn because they were on sale. Really cheap. Sorry about that. That's it from the mainland. So no more yarn yet. I have a lot to knit up. And yeah, so that's really it. But I'm going to add a new section, and I'm going to call it Flora and Fauna, going with the island theme. And this is where I'm going to talk about maybe some knitting techniques, or maybe knitting habits, more like it, and maybe answer some questions about knitting that you guys have, or things like that. So today I'm going to talk about batch knitting, which is something that I realize that I do. I don't know if it's really a thing or if it's called that, but that's what I've started calling it. Basically what I do is I start a whole bunch of projects all at once, and then I tend to finish them all at once. Or I'll finish one and then finish the other one and then finish another one before I start on anything new. It's kind of random. Either that or I start them and then I don't work on them for months, and then maybe I dig them out. But I have this like finishing spree that I go on, which is what I've been doing recently. That's why there's not a whole lot of new things on the needles, as you've seen, because I just finished those socks, and I finished the cowl that I showed last week, and the shawl that I had on for a long time, and of course I had a bunch of other socks other than that. But yeah, it's some sort of knitting habit that I've developed. So I was wondering if you guys have any knitting habits. You can reply to the thread on Ravelry about it. I'm just curious. That's just something I realized I do. I don't know why I do it. I just kind of do it. But today when I was at home sick, when I finished those socks, I was like, ooh, now I can start a whole bunch of new things. So I've got like 5 things that I'm probably going to cast on tomorrow, which is kind of weird. I don't know why I cast on a whole bunch of things all at once. Sorry. Yeah, so like these are gonna go, which is why they've gotten wound already. These are gonna go on tomorrow. The hat out of the Leading Men Fiber Arts Dramaturg is gonna go on tomorrow. And some socks for me. I'm actually gonna knit socks for me. I think it's been like 6 months since I've knit socks for me, so that's really exciting. I've knit a ton of socks. I think by the end of the year I will have knit 26 pairs of socks, which is kind of insane, considering I started knitting socks like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, when I knit like 1 in 2 months. And then last year I knit like 3 socks, and then this year I knit 26. So it's been quite the increase. I've been becoming a sock knitting machine. It's like every week I have a different sock on the needles. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I really like knitting socks. They're easy to take with me, which is kind of the key. I'm not home as much as I would like to be, or as much as my cat would like me to be. And so I do a lot of knitting traveling, you know, either during lunch at work, or, you know, in the car, or rehearsal, or whatever. And so socks are great to take with me. Plus, most of the time, the patterns are easy to memorize. So I think that's about it. I don't know if I have anything interesting from my holiday, besides the fact that I knit in batches. So you'll see me knit in batches. So next episode I will have a whole bunch of new things on the needles, and probably hopefully something done. We'll see. Anyway, that's about it. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and hopefully soon I will be on iTunes, thanks to some help. And yeah, enjoy your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.